Oh, that's always upsetting, isn't it? That's that's never happiness. All right, it looks like everything is back. As soon as you're back, Katie, you can tell me if the sound has fixed. That's so grr. That's upsetting. Fortunately, I was not in the middle of something dangerous, right? Like playing with fire. Hopefully the sound is fixed. The software crashes are never fun. Oh, tunnels. More stuff. There we go. I do need some dirt, actually, so I think I'm gonna dig out some dirt. Is the sound on track now? Yeah, we got that's a nice distraction. Ugh. Probably would have just crashed anyway. It was starting to freak out when I was starting to try to fix the audio. All of a sudden, it just locked up on, and then I noticed it had just old information that it was going to display, and I don't know, weird stuff. Software is awesome until it's not. Whoops, I didn't want to use a pickaxe for that. Wait a minute, where's all my dirt going? Oh, that was coarse dirt. I don't want coarse dirt. Always dig out your dirty when in a Minecraft. What? Oh, yeah. I read you. Always dig out the dirt. Yeah, I know. Harvest the dirt kind of thing. I know. Sometimes I just get... If it's in my way, I will, but like right now I'm going out of my way to do this. Ooh, don't stand under it. All right, so where was I on this appendectomy? It does. I mean, it's late. I get it. On the appendectomy story. Oh, so anyway, they take me to the bed and to the room, and everyone's talking about, you know, oh, you're the burger guy. So finally, the next morning, with a new shift of nurses and staff, oh, that's true. Yeah. I'm only at 39 though. My Y's only 39, so I do it though because when I'm fighting against lava, I hate running out, and I noticed that I had less than a stack once I got in the cave. But or if I decide to terraform. So anyway, the next morning they're talking about me going and getting my burger. So I finally asked, what the hell? How is me getting a burger such the story that it goes across different shifts into different departments even? And the girl finally told me, one of the nurses, she says, oh, because they were going to operate on you last night because the appendicitis is so bad. And when you ate the burger, they had to delay it. So the surgeon was actually on his way when he was told that I ate a burger. And then turned around and was like, I can't operate on him then. So that meant that I was there an extra night because of that hunger that I had to deal with. So during the overnight shift, the nurse that was assigned to my area, because I didn't sleep a lot. I was hungry. I was in pain, so not a lot of sleep. And so anyway, she and I had a lot of conversation. We were talking about my boy who, like I said, he just started walking. um, pretty well by the way, and um, and she's, I showed her a couple of pictures, and oh, he's so cute, and if they come and visit before her shift, make sure he finds me, and the whole thing. I'm lost and I'm stuck now. Where did I come in from? Oh, it has to be this way. So so when my wife and my boy come to visit me in the morning, and here he is, check, here, and oh, he's so cute, and the whole the whole thing. Anyway, the the reason that I went through this whole story was he is at that point 12 months, 11 months, somewhere in that ballpark. And so set him down on the floor, and he's standing there, and all of a sudden he takes off. And it's cute, because kids that are just learning to walk taking off, that's cute, right? And so my wife kind of goes and follows him, and then all of a sudden he stops, and he's just standing there, not doing anything. Looks back, still standing there, doesn't come back to us, just standing there in the middle of the hallway. And then he takes off again, and he's on a mission, and then he stops. And I actually figured out when he would take off and when he would come back, or when he would just stop. Anytime one of the nurses were in his line of sight and were in the hallway, he would take off and go after them. And then when they went into whatever room they were going, now they're out of his sight, then he would stop. And so he was chasing the nurses down. Okay, I think that's a cute story. I thought it was a cute story. Yeah, right? Little boy is so... Oh, man, out of space. Okay, so let's put a shulker out. I'll just put it here. And little boy is so smart, too. So he was actually cruising at 6 months. That's when they can hold on to, say, the coffee table and move sideways, which is usually a 9-month plus skill. But he was doing it at 6. He was aware of his reflection at about 7 months. Reflection in the mirror, or that a mirror even caused a reflection. So, I need at least one of these. I'm going to be hungry. We had him sitting in front of a mirror, and people were sitting behind him talking. And then when they called him, rather than looking at the mirror and trying to address that, he looked up at the mirror, and then he just whipped around to the person that was talking. And we saw that, and then tested in a few other ways, and sure enough, he had the concept of a mirror down. What he's kind of struggling with, he kind of gets it, but he's still kind of struggling with it also, is seeing himself as a baby in pictures. He's not always accepting that that's him. Have one of these. I don't need another one, right? Dead end. Dead end. Oh, no. Now what? I don't want to use that. So we are exposing him to chess right now, and he loves it. When he sees a chessboard, or I'm watching videos that have a chessboard, he gets really excited. Daddy, play with me. So we're hoping maybe in another year we'll take him to start chess lessons. And if he likes it, he likes it. And if he doesn't, he doesn't have to do it. He always wants to play on the piano. Or when he sees Daddy playing on it, he wants to sit down and, so he's also crazy strong. I don't know if I've told this story already. We took him to a children's museum. They had a pirate ship with a cargo net on it, and he pulled himself up that cargo net using only his arms like it was no big thing. Easily. So crazy strong. um, and he's tumbling and falling and rolling around and jumping and climbing, and so he's, like I said earlier, he's in swim lessons right now. But okay, all right. He's in swim lessons. We're looking into getting him into gymnastics also. So just smart. I want to, he has so much potential in so many ways that I want him to have access to those things, and then he makes his choice. Whether if he likes it, he sticks with it. If he doesn't, okay, it's done. But he's just so talented in so many ways. Okay, we know clearly I haven't been here because I've been knocking out all of these webs, and I'm so very lost. Katie, you will have to be the navigator. I'm lost. All right, let me go look at those. So lost. So, okay. Good Lord. Hey, it's. I'm only on the first one. It's like he's. It's like he feels obligated. Oh yeah, I got to the second screenshot, and there it is, right there. Okay, then we can suck at navigation together. How about that? Is that why he did Fortnite the other day? Oh my god. It's like he wants help, but then... It's like he wants help, but then when help gets there, he's like, whatever, haha. By the way, as I read this, I want to highlight something. You put in a lot of effort for people. You need to allow people to thank you and take care of you too. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense, because it did seem like he was there for somebody, but he seemed to be enjoying it. It's kind of being trollish, I think. I don't know the game at all. Yeah, you're a good person, by the way. I'm reading that, and that's all I can think of. He is a troll. Ooh, I see gold over there. See, I'm still doing it. How much of this crap did I mine now? What's gonna happen if he doesn't figure out how to find joy in anything? He's just gonna he's gonna kill it, and it's gonna happen so fast that he's gonna miss it. He's not gonna be able to stop it. I actually had something similar happen to me. So oh, child, when you get to be my age, you'll have gone through many, many, many things in life. So I had something similar happen. I love baseball. Baseball is life to me. I had a little bitterness when baseball is a cruel woman, by the way, very cruel. In that you very rarely do you get to say you are done playing. It's usually her telling you in some of the most humiliating ways, and I experienced that. But and so I had a little bitterness when my time came. But I still always loved the game, and so I found other ways to get involved. That's how I got into umpiring, by the way. I was on the radio, and one of the things I got to do was report and cover the Twins. And so I got to sit in the press box and meet those people, and a lot of great stories and great people that I met through that. And like I said, umpiring. And through umpiring, one of the things that I would do when I was umpiring is, as little kids, it's 12-year-olds. Because, by the way, I refused to umpire younger than that. It was hard on my body. It was bad baseball. I put in my time and my dues. I deserved to be around decent baseball. But those kids are still learning, and so between innings, I would watch the pitchers, take notes on things that they could do to maybe improve, and then give the notes to the coaches afterwards if they wanted them. Then they could throw them away or not, or keep them. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't care. So this one coach who actually, he and I had a very bad history. He calls me up once after one season, and he's like, "Hey, will you be the pitching coach for us for the fall league?" Like, seriously? Yeah, big discussion. Oh, okay, I'll do it. And I did. So the assistant coach that on that team called me up another year or two later. It's like, "Hey, can you be the pitching coach for our summer travel team?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" He had a twins, and one was a catcher, one was a pitcher, and he wanted me to work with them. So okay, great. One of them was looking at playing in high school. The other one just liked playing and wanted to be better. So yeah, did that. Okay, so now all of these things came together in one particular year. Obviously, I love the sport to get involved in so many areas. I covered the Twins. I think, I'm guessing, I'm going to try to underguess. I think I did 35 games. And then because I had a press pass, and that year the press pass was for the whole year. I could just walk in anytime. I attended quite a few more. By the time worked and attended 30 to 50 of their home games. Plus, I was a pitching coach. Plus, I umpired. Plus, I was managing and reviewing umpires. Plus, I was asked to go and play. And I think I had calculated at one point, I was involved in almost 200 games that summer. By the time the Twins got to the playoffs, I was so burnt out. I walked into the stadium. I sat down in the press box. We got through the first inning, and I was like, "I can't do this." I walked away. And I walked away from the sport for a good several years. The umpiring I did at that point was obligatory. I hated it, but, we needed umpires in the area because, well, parents and coaches are just awful people, especially when they deal with umpires. And so they were running all our umpires away, and it was terrible. And some of the people that knew me for a while, they were like, "What's going on? What's wrong?" It shows. But that burnout happens, and it happens suddenly, and it'll drive you to a point where you just walk away. So it's a really long story, mostly because I like filling time. But that's, you can always use my stories and anecdotes when you're dealing with him. If you're starting to feel the burnout, you've got to get a break. You got to readjust before the burnout burns you down. I have yet to coach again. I have not played again. I have I do the scoring now. I'm still burnt out enough and burned enough that even though I kind of want to umpire again, I don't want to deal with the hassle of it anymore because I'm just too. I'm still a little burnt out by it. You know, this is something that was my baseball is life for me, and I'm still a little burnt out by it because I let it become an obligation and then tried to work through that, you know, fight through that. Doesn't often work that way. So, if you want to tell him, he's got to figure out how to get away from what's burning him out instead of trying to fight through it, because it is noticeable. I think that's one of the reasons too. I don't know him long enough or well enough. I'm guessing though that's one of the reasons he tilts so easily, which then, you know, kind of exasperates the entire problem. Oh yeah, that's right. There was a cave up there somewhere. You know, part of the reason I keep mining all the ore out is then I know if I've been through here or not. I see ore, then I know I haven't been through there. Let's put it there. Let's go this way, because I'm lost. Dead end. Woo-hoo! Really, I'm just wanting the experience points. Is dang, you know? Yeah, I mean, he tilts so easily. Anyone that's played with him, knows him, or seen him on a stream, if they know how easily he tilts, that'd be part of my strategy, you know. All right, I think I'm actually going to start going for string now. How much? Well, well, think about it. Think about it like this, though. How many of them? How many of them are in the? Well, I could be very wrong about this, but how many of them just would be afraid to lose their role? If I say something, he'll get pissed off, and then I'll get cut off. You know, how is that a fear by some of them? You think? Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Z will tell you what she's thinking. She's wrestling with a few things herself, though, so if she's not saying stuff often, it's probably because she's wrestling on her own, too. Yeah, so then what? I mean, oh man, this is gonna be... I gotta think on how to do this, don't I? Oh, see, I gotta be careful. Oh. At that point, you gotta wonder, friends, question mark? Hangers on? I don't know who they all are, though, so I can't really say. Oh, man. I mean, because I don't... and I say all of this because I really don't know. I bet if you told me who they were, I would know of them or, you know, have interacted with them. But and I don't want you to say anybody, exactly for because of what I'm about to say. I'm assuming that he is kind of a star right now in their eyes, right? And so has it become like the posse of the football star that made it out? Oh, they don't. Okay, okay, then I'm off on that. That's fine. I don't know. I do know I'm super lost again. You know what's really funny is I have been trying to find my way out from the moment I walked in this cave. Well, see, so here's a question for you. Your best friend, all right? Okay. Then the other thing to consider is what kind of friend, right? So, not saying bad. Whoa! I almost died. I almost died going after that. Not saying they're bad friends with what I'm about to say, but let's take, for example, your best friend ever in the world, okay? Starts dating somebody, they get engaged, and you just have this really bad vibe every single time you are around this dude, right? Do you tell the friend, hey, can we pump the brakes? Can we talk about this a little bit? Or do you just go in and support the whole thing as it is? You just bite your tongue. Sorry, I ended up giving options probably when you heard it and said yes, so it wasn't a yes or no. Right, okay. But now you know of people where their answer would be, oh, I just have to support them in whatever they're doing. I have to support their decisions, right? They're not bad friends. That's just a different way of dealing with your friends. Yep. Trying to remember. There's a friend of my wife's, and she just was all about this dude, all about him. And every time I was around that dude, I was like, ick, no. And didn't get a lot of time around him, but just something was not right. And because I didn't have a lot of time around him, I couldn't put my finger on it. Finally, they invited us over come over for a pool party, and so we did. Yeah, you and me both, but that's because that's how we define a good friend. A good friend is going to smack you around when you need to be smacked. Not everybody defines a good friend that way, though. Which is super frustrating when we befriend people that don't define it like we do. Right? But, so this friend, finally they, invited us to a pool party, and we were there, and a couple of hours, and finally I told my wife, we have to say something. Now that I've seen how they interact and how this is all going, we have to say something. We say it once, but we say it. And so I took the girl off to the side a couple weeks later, and I told her. I was, kind about it, but complete. And they weren't together much longer after that anyway. But it wasn't because of what I said, but what I said the next time he messed up, what I said made her see him a lot differently, a lot more accurately. But then there are other friends where you tell them, this person's gonna wreck your world, man, and no, it'll be good, and and they end up wrecking their world, and all you can do is be there to pick up the pieces then. And Katie, we got a feeling all you can do with him is be there to pick up the pieces. More stuff. I don't want any of this. So, that said, I'm going to offer a suggestion that most people will think is terrible, but I think it's very important. Knowing that that train is going to derail at some point, you have to ask yourself, do you really want to be there to help pick up the pieces? Usually the answer is yes. Sometimes not. There you go. And he's growing up. Maybe he's maturing too. Things. And that's absolutely fair. I actually am not surprised by that. I think of you as a pretty intelligent, self-reflective kind of person, honest kind of person. So there are people where I see the train wreck coming, and I think about it, and I'm like, I don't want to be there to pick up the pieces, so I think I'll just cut my losses right now before they have the chance to say, well, you just abandoned me in my time of need. It's a hard decision, but I'm full again. Let's put this here, put that there, and fill her up. Probably should only put things in there that are full. I don't want this crap. Definitely don't want this crap. I think though, by asking that of yourself, and not just with him, but anytime you're encountering this kind of stuff, I think once you ask and answer that, do you really want to be there to pick up the pieces? Some relationships are worth it, or maybe, or whatever. Sometimes most of the time the answer is yes, sometimes it's no, but knowing that your answer is no also kind of gives you a little bit more freedom. You can look around, sit back, enjoy the time right now, and as things start to derail, you don't have to just say see ya, but you can let the other friends deal with it, or not deal with it. And I'll tell you this: when you do that, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. That you kind of took the thought out of my head. There are different ways to deal with it. In some cases, I was just like, I can't even be around this. I've pretty much ghosted them, and in other cases, you start to see it, and then you realize, no, I changed my mind. I'm going to. You're not set. You're not locked in, but evaluating that is a super important thing. I did not want to do that yet. Maybe I should have maybe the icon should be like a psychiatrist couch. Maybe that's what we do for the logo. Oh goodness, that was a big yawn. Because the truth is, you help me as much as you're gonna say I help you. Wait, you are gonna say I help you, right? I mean, I'm not putting your words in your mouth. I mean, if not, that's cool. I get it. Man, Robin has a lot of stuff to sort out. She better not stay away too much longer. What are we at now? Something ridiculous like 6 or 7 shulker boxes? Well, yeah, that was kind of the question. Is all of this advice helping at all? It's kind of, yeah, that's what we do. Right. I forgot. Did I go down that way? I think I did. Did I go down this way? I did not, clearly. Alright, I'm gonna go down those stairs. Where were those stairs again? Somewhere over here by the dirt stuff, right? Ooh, more ore. You know, this really annoys me when people only make these 2 high instead of 3 high. I feel like I'm hitting my head every step. I hate it. And it's even harder to get back down. Whoa, what was up here? I wanted to go down those stairs. Why did I let myself get distracted? No! Ooh, squirrel. Squirrel! You know, I just all of a sudden had that image. Yeah, let's go talk to Power. He's like that old man sitting at the top of the hill. Big long beard, gray, sitting in a robe. I call him the wise old man, but he just tells me how to do my life, and I don't like it. Speaks in parables. I actually had my nieces used to tell me they hate telling me things because I always make it into a lesson or give them a story. Always making us learn. I don't like that. Kind of excited. I think my nieces are moving from California to Arizona. They'll be right next to us, finally. And I think that's happening this year. Actually, I hate that. Can you imagine how much coal I would have if I had my fortune pickaxe? Well, well, well. I gotta tell you, Katie, I really look forward to the conversations during the stream. Very much so. More dirt. I am getting tired though. Holy cow. I was explaining to somebody today, like, how are you doing? I'm like, ah. And so I was explaining. So I think I mentioned before, I was in a car accident, a couple of car accidents actually. None of them my fault, but both of them ended up doing damage to my back in the same place, and this last one also did damage to my neck. And so, as a result, it's just been basically 2 years of completely chronic, painful life. And some days are really bad. Some days are not so bad. Today's not been a not so bad, just a lot of vertigo and dizziness. But I was explaining the constant feeling that I have. You know, when you're outside way too long, you sweated too much, and you have that dehydrated headache feeling. And every time you move your head, you're like, oh God, kind of like a hangover, right? And it lasts for a couple of days. Only the next day if you're really lucky. That feeling, that's a good day for me with this stuff. Most days are like a mild migraine. And so most of the time, going to bed is terrifying because I wake up worse usually the next morning than when I went to bed. So those, actually, you said, wait, let me go back. You said you played softball or watched softball? I have to go back and look now. Was it before you yelled at me about dirt and mining dirt? I don't remember. But, I mean, you know those days when you've been outside way too much. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that might be too long ago. When you know you're dehydrated and all you can think about is drinking water. You can't drink enough water, but you drink, you know, you just, yeah. That's an awesome day for me right now. Turn your head and feels like it's gonna explode from, like, as if the blood is just pumping too much, right? And as soon as you stop turning your head, then you get that dizzy, like all the fluid in your head is still spinning around. Yep. All right, I think I got enough dirt out of this. What do you think? I really hate when it's just one level like that. Just jump over to just jump back down. I hate that. Even in caves that I'm never going to be in again, I usually will do that. Just break that up. Just is so annoying. So does he hate the game because of the people, or is he really just getting tired of the game? Because I just had a thought that might help. Might. Is that a dead end? Oh, wait. This is back to the stairs, right? Yeah, this is back to those stairs. Okay. Look at that. I actually found my way to something. Let me say, I accidentally found it. So here's a thought. You know, make it a suggestion. Maybe offline, find some people to coach. One of the things that I found out is I learn way more about stuff. So if he's looking to improve, and he's not sure that he's really done with the game yet, it's just a lot of frustrations building up, go find someone to coach. And that might help him to, like, for example, Right. That's why I asked if it's that he doesn't like the game or if it's because of the people. And if he's sure he doesn't like the game, that's not going to work. But if it's possibly because of the people, you know what ended up teaching me English was finally having to answer the questions from the exchange students. And this is, when the internet was not quite the internet. Um, the exchange students would ask questions. Well, why does this? And how do you do? And I had to go find those answers and then explain them to someone where English is a second language. And I guess that's a dead end. I was hoping it was like a magic wall that would just open if you run into it. So anyway, that's what really made me get really good at English. And once I really noticed that, then I started paying more attention all around. And I, not just with me, but with other people, when you have to teach or lead or mentor someone, you learn way more. When you have to explain it, you learn a ton more about whatever it is you're doing. So if he's not sure yet about if he just hates the game or if it's just frustration that makes him not want to do it, that might be an option. And then do it off stream. At first, ooh, now I wish I had my fortune axe. Damn it, what a shame. Katie, I'm sure he can find any number of irons or bronzes that want to learn. And if he ends up really and I say do it offline because if he's doing it offline and he realizes I just hate the game, it's not going to impact the stream then. It's not going to be something that he starts and then stops, right? But then if it turns out that does get him over the hump or reinvigorate a love, or maybe he just finds out by accident he actually really likes doing that. Now he can throw it on stream. That could be a different source of revenue. But it's going to be a really quick way to find out if he is done with the game or not. Or if it's just the people that he's running with. That's a fair question. Isn't that the same thing that celebrities have to go through when does she really want to... Whoa, I almost died. Does she really want to date me, or is it because I'm a celebrity? I don't know. How many people do you know that are not completely starstruck by him? Or maybe he knows someone. I mean, the suggestion, he might be able to think of people offhand anyway. But yeah, that's my suggestion. He'll find out pretty quickly if he is just truly done with the game. Or in trying to, for example, Daniel the other day he wanted to explain to me clearing corners and watching angles, and he discovered by having to explain it, he discovered that the concept of clearing corners really is more about creating arcs and circles around points rather than actually just clearing it. But once he was forced to explain it, it was a nice little realization. For me, Me having to, when I was training umpires and I would have to explain situations and explain why this is the ruling and not that, it made me a better umpire because I had to explore that. I had to go, learn a different angle that I hadn't thought about. Worth a shot. And like I said, he probably can think of people if he thought it was a decent idea. If he thinks it's a crap idea, blame it on me. Yeah, it's just this a guy suggested it. Dumb suggestion. I should have known better. And if he thinks it's a great idea, well, then you tell him you came up with it while you were sleeping. I am lost. Oh, look, haven't been here yet. So anyway, I feel bad for the kid. He seems like a nice kid, and I feel bad that he's going through burnout already. I haven't been down this way. I don't think. Did I get it? I did pick it up. It won't be his last one either, though. Not knowing your limits actually can be a great cause for burnout. Oh, I have been here. I remember making the same drop, and I wanted to get up there, so let's do that. I think somewhere back there was the way out, too. Well, I mean, that might be an indicator that he's pursuing the wrong things, too. For example, sorry, it is almost 2 a.m. We were supposed to stop 20 minutes ago. It's an example that he's pursuing the wrong things. For example, if I told you, I'm only doing this for the money, right? I want to build this. I only want the money. That's the reason I'm doing it. What would your response be? What would your feedback or your advice to me be? How's that going to go if I'm chasing the wrong things? Or maybe it's not the wrong thing. It's just maybe I'm expecting something different, right? I need to manage my expectations, or I need to expect something different. Ah, that's fair. Why would you not watch me? What would be different? Ah! Wait, I'm out. I'm out. Yay! That's not the way I got in there, but I'm out. There you go. So maybe he's pursuing the wrong things. He's not gonna see it, but I'm just saying. We were here last night, weren't we? I think we were. Nope, we weren't here because I don't remember. Okay, I need another shulker box, don't I? Oops, did that wrong. I don't know, maybe you can even approach it like that. Hey, what if the streamer was in it only for the money? What would your advice be? How would people would people know? You know, if their motivations were missing, if their motivation wasn't right, would people know? And then, you know, he's going to answer correctly because he wants to, you know, he always wants to be right, right? So he'll answer that correctly-ish. And then that's when you could say, look, maybe you got to stop chasing numbers. You should be doing this for the love of it, and then the numbers follow. And if you're not having fun, it shows. Do I want any more of this crap? Arrows. Huh. I've got a feeling this stuff has been abandoned for a long time, though, so I'm taking stuff. What? I don't know what to do with that. That's... Ooh. Nothing. Nothing. Well, there you go. There's some realization right there. Really, I walked all the way down just for a dead end. Now I'm mad. Yeah, I mean, so maybe there's some hope to reach him. You know, and I'm a big fan, by the way, of what's called the Socratic method of teaching. What that is asking the questions, they give the answers, and then they learn what you already knew. Rather than you telling him, ask him questions that he has to answer so that he can discover, you know, oh, maybe I need to focus on things that I like. Otherwise, you know, I need to, if I'm not looking at the numbers, you know what I mean? Hey friend, you said you need to stop focusing on numbers. So, you know, why? What does that mean? What should you focus on then? These are answers you already know, but making him answer will actually teach him, and he'll probably listen to himself a lot more than he listens to everybody else. Yeah, don't think about the answers right now. I'm just planting seeds of thought that maybe will grow, germinate and grow while you are sleeping. Whee! You know, legitimately, seriously, honestly, sometimes when I do that jump, I actually shiver in the anticipation that it's going to be cold water. Huh. Is that going to be anything up there? Yeah, so do I. So I'll tell you what. I have been here. I've been here before. Maybe. Ah! I'm so bad. So bad at parkour. Tell you what. We'll end this. I think tomorrow night I'll be back on. We get our foster kid tomorrow, and once I put him down, I'll be back on stream, and we can check in and make sure that we're both doing okay. How's that sound? And of course, you can always reach me through Discord. All right. And you have to remind me to send you a couple of photos of the cutie pies. All right, Katie, go get some sleep. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be on tomorrow either. Especially after another game outside in the day, I'll probably be pretty dehydrated. Because I don't drink enough water, and I do it on purpose. because these fields don't have bathrooms in convenient locations, and I don't have time to run because I have so much I have to do between innings. So I basically have to drink only enough to keep me alive, but not so much that I have to go to the bathroom. You have a great night, and we will talk to you. And I think, although I am super intrigued by this place, is it? Nope, not protected. The claim has expired. That's gonna be death. Oh my god. Why is that not working right? What the? Ah. Alright. I'm just gonna use dirt for this. Next one should be right there. Bloop. Get rid of that. And back to the dirt. Next one should be right there. Bloop. And right there. Bloop. There we go. Yeah, I meant to stop, but now I'm getting sucked into this thing. Now I've been sucked in. Just like a big giant black hole in space. Whoa. Oh. Okay, server restarted. I think that's going to be a great sign. We'll take that as a sign from above. That it's time to call it a night. So, let me see if there's anyone to raid. Actually, here's one. Very small stream, guys. Send your love there. This is someone that plays Prominence Poker. I watched him once or twice, and you know, small community inside Prominence Poker. So I don't mind trying to make that connection with people. So this is Call of Dooley, and you guys show him some love while you are there. In the meantime, as you heard me tell Katie, I'm going to try to get on tomorrow night. And we will see you tomorrow night. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much. Katie, hang in there. Take care. We'll get everybody figured out, right? That's kind of what I mean. All right, everyone. Have a great night.